What's up, all my Jaguars out there? Yeah, in these past few days, actually, in these past few weeks, oh heck, lately it has been kind of rough, you know. I just got back from the field, and yeah, I am feeling a little worn out. And I know you all are probably wondering, you know, why is it taking so long for the episodes of Ralph's Universe to come out? Well, as some of you may know, yeah, I am spending a little time on the field. Yeah, it's getting kind of hectic and crazy, but no, I am okay. But also, the main reason, you know, it's taking so long for these episodes to come out is because I am also working on that special project. You know, it's something that I have been working on for quite a while now. Yeah, for quite a while I have been working on this. I mean, this is something really special, something that I really want to do. And I have been putting a lot of time, heart, and energy into this. And I want to really make sure that this is some good stuff that I'm going to, you know, be putting on here. Because as you all know, you know, I am a big fan of, you know, superheroes, all shapes and sizes, you know, the females too. And I want to make sure that this project is successful. And it will be successful. Alright, now let's get on with the topic of this episode of Ralph's Universe, the Reboot. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's right. Love and Hip Hop and the old ATL. Now I watched and followed this show this whole season, and OMG, my God, there was so much drama on this show. Whew, I just couldn't believe it. This is a reality show about the lives of 6 special women and their men. You know, boyfriends, husbands, whatever, baby daddies and baby mamas and all that. You know, and just like the original series of Love and Hip Hop, this one right here was supposed to give you a true insight of the lives and the businesses of the men and women of hip hop. You know, this ragged and rugged music industry. And boy, can we say drama? There was a whole lot of drama. But of course, I've already talked about it before in this series. So you all already know what's going on with the people here. You know, K.Michelle, Karlie, Rasheeda, Mimi, Jocelyn, and Erica. Love and hip hop. That's what it's all about. Separating business from personal. Yeah, they really tried to do that. But as you can see, you know, because you all watched the show with me, and I have to say that the lives of these people are kind of, well, yeah, just screwed up a little bit, you know. It's really complex, you know, what these people have to go through. So what I'm gonna do right now is pick each of these factors apart and go through them. That's right. I'm gonna critique and pick apart all these people right here. These 6 special ladies right here. Go through them one by one and give you my insight about all of this. Now, what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful African American here by the name of Rasheeda. She's a singer and artist, and the guy that you see here with her is Kurt, her husband. And I'll have to say that, I watched the show just like everyone else have, and I have to say Kurt is a very good guy, and he might be a pretty good husband to Rasheeda. But the situation is Kurt is also Rasheeda's manager, as you see. And Rasheeda's career has not really taken off, And Rasheeda, like you all watched the show, Rasheeda got tired of waiting on Kurt, so she went to go talk to other managers, okay? Yeah, she's trying to seek management elsewhere so she can get her career off. Kurt, of course, didn't like this. He got real pissed off about it. And, okay, I can understand him being upset about it. Okay. I mean, yeah, you gotta put yourself in Kurt's shoes, I mean, he was a loyal manager as well as a good husband. But like I said before, yeah, he is a good husband. But unfortunately, I'm watching the show, and I gotta say, Kurt is not a good manager at all. In fact, as a manager, Kurt just downright suck. Yeah, I said it. I'm afraid, Kurt, he sucks as a manager. Because if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and it also gets to the point to where Rasheeda is going to go to someone else and look for a new manager to help her with her career. I can't blame Rasheeda for doing that. I mean, Kurt is not doing his job right as a manager. Now, as a husband, let me tell you, as a husband, Kurt is doing good. But as a manager, he sucks. Okay? Yeah, I said it. The man sucks. So Kurt really needs to be mad at himself. He can't blame nobody else for what's happening. I mean, and I watched the show, and I also saw that it also got to the point to where these two started fighting over, what was going on. But of course, Rasheeda could have dealt with the situation a little bit more better, instead of going behind Kurt's back and trying to seek, new management and talking to other people. She should have went to Kurt, gave him the heads up and just told the man and say, hey, look, I'm talking to other people about, be my new manager to help me with my career. But she didn't do that. She kind of went behind the man's back. Her husband, no less. So when it really comes down to it, I think that maybe both of them are wrong a little bit. But probably more so on Kurt because like I said, as a husband, he's great. But as a manager, he needs to step it up. Because I remember, when they were going to shoot Rasheeda's music video, they had a little problem with that. Rasheeda got at the set late, and then Kurt got upset about it. And then there wasn't that much drama, but yeah, there was a little bit of drama right there. They kind of exchanged some words and got into it. But by the end of the season, they renewed their wedding vows, Rasheeda and Kurt here. And it looks like everything is looking pretty good. Well, their marriage is real good. But about Rasheeda's career, I don't know. I mean, Kurt will have to step it up and, find her some deals and stuff. So, Kurt, step it up, okay? You got to step it up, Kurt. Because as a manager, you're starting to suck here, all right? So, come on, let's get to work. Now, here we have is a hip-hop singer by the name of K.Michelle. She's a very good singer and performer. throughout the series, she put on a show for women who has been abused by men, okay? And K.Michelle knows a lot about this because she is a victim of abuse. Even though they didn't say, her ex-husband's name and abuser on the show, I did do the research, and the one that K.Michelle was married to, his name is Memphis. And Memphis was the one that abused K.Michelle. While they were married, Memphis had physically abused K.Michelle. And according to what K.Michelle says, it got to the point to where, K.Michelle was badly beaten and bruised and everything. She felt like she was going to die, It was surprising that, she survived her assault that she went through. Now, I'll have to say that, there are a few people in the hip-hop community and also elsewhere who were doubting K.Michelle's story. You watch the show, you know what's going on. Rasheeda, doubted K.Michelle's story. In fact, Rasheeda even said that what K.Michelle says, Rasheeda says that what K.Michelle says is not true. And the reason being that Rasheeda knows Memphis personally. And I guess Memphis is a friend of Rasheeda. Well, by golly, god damn it, Rasheeda was not there. No one else was not there. It was just K.Michelle and Memphis, okay? Because K.Michelle has stuck to her story, and her story hasn't changed. But Memphis, on the other hand, it's like this. Exactly how K.Michelle put it. On Monday, he did it. On Tuesday, he was trying to restrain her. But then again, on Wednesday, he didn't do it. Well, come on, Memphis. Make up your effing mind. Which is it? I mean, how many thousands of stories do you want to put up there? How many versions do we got to hear? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I believe K.Michelle, okay? Because I watched the show. I look at the eyes, man. I mean, the one way you can tell whether or not a person is lying, you got to look at the freaking eyes. And I look at this girl's eyes, and I don't think she's lying. I mean, I think that K.Michelle really was abused. And I think, and I think it's a great thing that she's doing, putting on a play and a show for the abused women all across the world, and trying to help them out, trying to help them, get out of that damn situation, because no one deserves to be hit. You know that. And abuse, spousal abuse and all that, that's a very serious problem in this country, if not this whole effing world, and it needs to stop. So, but I just can't believe that Rasheeda has the nerve to come up here and starting to doubt K.Michelle's story. But you have to understand, none of us was there. Rasheeda wasn't there either. So who the hell is Rasheeda to come up here and start doubting someone else's story? I mean, and another thing I want to mention is that with these reality show stars, especially the hip-hop stars, we don't know them personally. Okay? And Rasheeda does not know Memphis personally, probably. So how in the hell is Rasheeda gonna come up in here and start doubting someone else's story? Jesus Christ. So Rasheeda needs to step back a little bit, okay? And I also want to mention, I also watched the reunion show of Love and Hip Hop in the ATL. Rasheeda and K.Michelle, they got into it, They went ahead on. Not only did they exchange words, but they almost came to blows. Yeah, there was drama in the reunion show. And, the bodyguards broke it up. So right now, I am giving mad props to K.Michelle because this right here is a great woman. She's a survivor, and now she's going to help other women, other abused women, be survivors. So K.Michelle, my hats go off to you. Now here, what we have is a love triangle. You see, we have Erica. Erica is the mother of Lil Scrappy's daughter. You know, Lil Scrappy is, of course, everybody knows him. Lil Scrappy is a hip hop, you know, star. He's a hip hop rapper gangster. You know, maybe a member of G Unit. And right over here we have is Shay Johnson. She is Scrappy's. That's right, Shay Johnson is Scrappy's very good friend. But we all know that. Now we all know who Shay Johnson is. You know, she was on Flavor of Love and Charm School. You know, a reality show from many years ago. You know, yeah, that's right, Shay Johnson, also known as Bucky. She's very legendary on reality shows of VH1. Now, the relationship of Erica and Lil Scrappy, you know, it was very complicated and very rocky. First they were on, then they were off, on, and then they were just off. Okay? And then Shay Johnson, you know, was supposed to be Lil Scrappy's best friend, but actually it became a little bit more. And I'm starting to think that maybe the relationship of Lil Scrappy and Shay Johnson, you know, they're probably friends with benefits. You know, which means that, you know, yeah, they're best friends, but they also, you know, sleep with each other every now and then. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. And when Erica found out about, you know, Shay Johnson and Lil Scrappy, you know, their relationship being a little bit more than friendship, Erica got real pissed off about it, and she didn't like it at all. I mean, she really broke down in front of Lil Scrappy. And Scrappy does, you know, love both of these women. And I didn't think that, you know, he would be able to make a decision on which one to go with. Now, as the show ended, of course, you know, you all watched it. You saw that Lil Scrappy and Erica, you know, they broke off on their relationship. But on the reunion show, Lil Scrappy actually ended up proposing to Erica after Shay Johnson walked off the stage, and Erica did say yes. So pretty soon Erica and Lil Scrappy are due to get married. I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, heck, I don't even know if it's gonna work out because of all that has happened, you know, because of what we saw on the show. Because I can tell you one thing, Shay Johnson, she's really pissed about this. You know, Shay walked off the stage in tears while Erica and Lil Scrappy, you know, sat together. I mean, yeah, they'll make it to the altar. Yeah, they may make it to the altar, but I just don't know if it's going to last. So I'm officially saying it. Yeah, I really do have my doubts about this. Now, this little situation right here is kind of complicated, or should I say was. We got Karlie, hip-hop female diva, an artist, a singer. being produced by Stevie J. But don't worry, I'm gonna get to Stevie J later. Right now, let's talk about Karlie and her man Benzino. A lot of people know who Benzino is, right? Well, the thing about it is a little background on Benzino, because I think that Benzino is really famous for his beef with Eminem, way back in the day, many, many years ago. But on the show, Karlie met Benzino, and their relationship was really rocky. I mean, their relationship was rocky, but they were rocking. Well, at least for a while. And it even got to the point. It even got to the point to where Karlie actually moved into Benzino's house. And then it even got even further when Benzino, he went and picked out a ring because he was going to propose to Karlie. But see, they were having problems with this, okay? Karlie, it was all about her career. She's really focused on her career. And Benzino actually helped her out with that by introducing her, to a producer who would get her career off, right? And I guess this also helped out Benzino, because of Benzino hooking up with Karlie, it put Benzino on the spot. I mean, that's what Karlie said. And but a lot of people told Karlie that maybe it wasn't such a good idea for her to be hanging around with Benzino because Benzino at this time was cold. Yeah, cold. And then Benzino responded by saying, well, these people need to hurry up and get her a hit record because Karlie's not that hot herself. But like I said, Benzino helped her out, got her a deal, and now she's about to do some things. But then the relationship was continuing to have problems because Benzino, kept on being possessive and not trusting Karlie, because Benzino says that Karlie wasn't where she says that she was gonna be. I don't know, I guess Benzino has got his homies, telling him stuff about Karlie's doing this and that with such guys. And, they talked it out, and actually they kind of, yelled, back and forth, because Karlie had a problem with Benzino's temper. He be getting mad, And then Benzino responded by saying that, yeah, he gets mad because Karlie makes her mad. You know what? Benzino says that he gets mad because Karlie makes her mad. Isn't that what every abusive guy says about their girls? They get mad because their girl makes them mad. And another thing, Benzino has to realize that, he can't be possessive like that. He has to trust Karlie, and and yeah, just believe her when she says she's gonna go somewhere. Well, anyways, by the end of on the season finale of the show, you all saw it. Benzino went ahead on, got the ring. He showed it to Karlie when they met at the restaurant. But then Benzino closed the ring and took it back. This really pissed off Karlie, because she said that, she was having doubts. But now that Benzino had did this crap, she got pissed off and gave Benzino the finger. And then Benzino said, yeah, he was having doubts too. They're just not rocking anymore. So what we have here is a love story of Karlie and Benzino. They met on the show. They were together for a while. Karlie moved into the house, but then I guess they just fell apart. It just didn't work out. And that is how this love story ends. OMG. Now, let's enter the world of Stevie J. That's right. Because you see, in the world of Stevie J is God. You all know that, right? I mean, I watched the show just like everyone else has, you know. This is Stevie J's world right here. Yeah, I mean, we're on Stevie J's bus, you know. Stevie J is running this SHIT. And these are Stevie J's girls right here, you know. We got Mimi, you know. That's Stevie J's baby mama, you know. Mimi. Mimi owns a house cleaning company, and she is the mother of Stevie J's daughter. You know. Oh, by the way, let me add on that Mimi is one of Mimi's baby mamas. Okay, because you know Stevie J, you know, he got 6 girls pregnant, like I mentioned before. Mimi's one of them. And Jocelyn over here is Stevie J's other girl. You know, Stevie J also got Jocelyn pregnant, but then Jocelyn went and got an abortion. Now, this right here is the tricky part. There's a lot of speculation going on here about Jocelyn's abortion. You know, some people feel that, you know, it was Stevie J who made Jocelyn get an abortion. Okay, that's kind of a bad way to put it. You know, I'm thinking maybe Stevie J convinced Jocelyn to get an abortion. You know. Yeah, I'm having my doubts here. And you know, Mimi is really pissed off with Stevie J because of the simple fact that he has been sleeping and having sex with Jocelyn a whole bunch of times. Like how many times? 10 times, 20 times in the past few years? What? So yeah, Mimi just went ahead on. She went off on Stevie J, and I mean, she just literally ripped Stevie J a brand new ASS hole. I mean, damn. I mean, Mimi just went off on this guy and tore him a new a-hole. And I gotta tell you people, I have never ever seen anybody get cussed out like that. And I've been watching reality shows for a long time. I mean, Mimi just went off on Stevie J. Damn, I've never seen anybody get cussed out like that. Woo! And then Stevie J and Mimi went to Dr. Jeffrey, a couples therapy, specialist, and they tried to work things out, for the sake of their daughter. But then on the next session, they decided to have Jocelyn join them. And then that is when Mimi dropped the bombshell on Jocelyn and told her that Stevie J and Mimi had moved in together. Oh boy, that's when it happened. Jocelyn just went off on Stevie J, and she just punched Stevie J out. I mean, she just kept hitting Stevie J. Bam, bam. She kept on hitting the man. Security had to run into the room and try to pull Jocelyn off of Stevie J. I mean, wow. Woo. I mean, Jocelyn just lost it, She went off on him. I mean, she literally beat him up, man. I mean, damn. Because I'm going to tell you what, at first, I was feeling sorry for Mimi and Jocelyn. But after seeing all that, I'm starting to feel sorry for Stevie J. Because from getting cussed out and being ripped a new a-hole from Mimi, all the way to being punched out by Jocelyn, damn. Stevie J, are you okay? Are you okay, God? Whew. because this is quite a situation that Stevie J got himself into, you know. I mean, because we all know who Stevie J is. I mean, you know, he is a big-time producer, you know, music producer, you know, always signing artists. And 9 times out of 10, oh, screw it, 10 times out of 10, you know, Stevie J always gets his way, of course. But unfortunately, as the show ended, it didn't quite seem that way, because Mimi says that she's done with Stevie J. She does not want to be in a relationship with him anymore. And Mimi, you know, she says that she also blames herself because she allowed it to happen. And all the times that Stevie J kept on cheating on Mimi, you know, Mimi kept taking him back. But now Mimi says that she's done and she does not want to be in a relationship with Stevie J anymore. And Jocelyn, on the other hand, you know, she also says that she's also done with Stevie J, you know, as far as relationships go, because Jocelyn says from now on, you know, she wants the relationship between her and Stevie J to be, you know, strictly business. You know, he'll stay with his record company and, you know, as an artist, but they're not going to be effing anymore. Okay. And, you know, and I'll have to tell you, you know, a lot of people have weighed in on this situation. You know, of course, it was Karlie that gave Mimi the heads up about what was going on between Jocelyn and Stevie J. And then, you know, Benzino, you know, he was also trying to help out Stevie J, you know, by giving him advice on how to save the relationship between, you know, Stevie J and Mimi. And Mimi is really pissed off at the fact that, you know, Jocelyn is around so much to the fact that when Benzino was talking to Mimi, I think it was at a car wash, you know, Benzino accidentally called Mimi, you know, Jocelyn. Okay, rule number 1, guys. Never call a girl by another girl's name, okay? That is an absolute no-no. It pisses them off. But it was accidental, though, you know. You know, and that's simply because of all of this drama that's happening here. But yeah, you know, Benzino, he has been trying to help, you know, Stevie J out, you know, by giving him advice, you know. He even told Stevie J to try to remain monogamous, you know. You know, go ahead on and try to keep that DICK in his pants, you know. But Stevie J, you know how he is. You know, he has to keep going back in there and try to get those dips, you know, from Jocelyn, you know. And I gotta say, I can't really blame the man, you know. I mean, Jocelyn, you know, she's a very successful, well, actually, no, let me rephrase that. You know, Jocelyn, you know, she is a very attractive and hot, you know, hip-hop diva. Yeah, a very good-looking artist. You know, that's a hot woman right there. So, you know, it's hard for Stevie J to resist, you know, Jocelyn. But he needs to do it. You know, Mimi looks good too, of course. You know, about this whole situation with Stevie J and the way that he's acting, you know, I'm going to try to remain professional on here. You know that I always do that. And also, I also want to mention the fact that I am not in any position to judge anybody, you know, pass judgment on anyone, you know, to say that, you know, this person's doing this, that, or whatever. But, you know, like I said, I watched this show, the whole season of, you know, the hip-hop, Love and Hip Hop in the old ATL. and I'm watching Stevie J on the TV, and I'm just thinking, damn. You know, I'm going by what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing the way Stevie J is acting, and I'm just thinking, OMG, goddamn, this is one nasty mother effer. I mean, Stevie J on here, he is really acting like a tool. You know, I mean, a lot of people know who Stevie J is, you know, him being the big time, you know, producer, you know, for his record company and signing on all these artists. I mean, this guy right here has got lots of money, and I'm really starting to think that maybe all this money and all this fame has really corrupted him, and that he can just, you know, live his life undisciplinary, you know, do whatever price that he has to pay. You know, he can go ahead and pay it simply because of the fact that he's got money. And I think that, I'm starting to think that maybe at an early age, you know, Stevie J has been blessed with all of this, you know, the money, the fame, and all of that, having all these cars and stuff. You know, he can go ahead on and live his life without discipline, and whatever price he has to pay for it, he can pay it because of the simple fact that the money has really corrupted him. And you see the way that he's acting. I mean, it just seems to me that, you know, Stevie J, he's on the show, he's hurting these girls, and it doesn't seem like he has any remorse over it. You know, he just continue to act like a tool on this show. I mean, he's making Mimi cry, and he's making Jocelyn cry, and I'm just thinking, my God, you know, Stevie J is not looking really good on this show. And that's simply because he's got money, you know. And that's what it's all about, you know. Because every day, you know, he's making that paper. You know, I mean, because Stevie J has already gotten, you know, 6 girls pregnant, and now he has, you know, 5 baby mamas, but that's really nothing to him, you know. I mean, because it's very easy for him, you know, because he just writes out the checks, you know. I mean, if he were to get 10 girls pregnant or even 20 girls pregnant, it's not a problem for Stevie J. But for a regular guy like me and you know, the average Joe, you know, if we get 20 girls pregnant, OMG, you know, we are FUCKED. I mean, we're in deep crap. But for Stevie J, it's not a problem, because if Stevie J gets 30 girls pregnant, it's not a problem. He can handle it. You know, all he has to do is write the checks. Write the checks. Here you go. So he can afford to sit there and live his life undisciplinary and not be accountable for his actions. And whatever price that Stevie J has to pay, he can just pay it with, you know, real easily. The only way, I mean, no, let me say this, because I watched the show, and Dr. Jeffrey, you know, he put it best. You know, he said that, you know, Stevie J is not going to change. I mean, and look at the shirt that he's wearing right here. He wore this shirt during the therapy session that he was having with Jocelyn and Mimi. And right here on the shirt, it says, "I am God." Are you effing kidding me on this? You know, just like Mimi says, it could very well be that Stevie J has lost his God-forsaken mind. OMG, what is he thinking? He is God? Oh my dear Lord, what is this? Ooh. You know, I really don't know what to think about this, folks. Because as you can probably tell, yeah, I'm kind of stumbling on my words here. You know, I mean, I'm just sitting back and watching this show, and I'm watching Stevie J on here, and I'm thinking, damn. You know, I don't want to get personal on here, and I don't want to pass judgment on anyone, because you all know that, because I'm in no position to do that. But Stevie J, he is acting like one nasty mother effer. This is one nasty mother effer we got here. I mean, damn. Could it be true? Could it actually be that Stevie J has lost his mind? I mean, and he's not gonna learn anything from any of this, you know, from being ripped a new a-hole by Mimi and then getting punched out by Jocelyn. I mean, and for him to not have any remorse over it. I mean, it is good that, you know, he's writing the checks and he's taking care of his daughters and all that. But what about the females that he's hurting on here? Because he's really hurting these girls. And you know, and him being the kind of producer that he is, you know, he's also a singer and a songwriter. You know, he can replace, you know, Jocelyn just like that, you know, with no problem, because they keep coming to him. Because Stevie J, he actually believes that this is his world, his bus, you know, he's driving it. And you can either hop on or, you know, you get left at the curb. But Mimi says that she does not want to ride, you know, Stevie J's bus anymore. And neither does Jocelyn. You know, Jocelyn said that at first, yeah, you know, she was using the Stevie J's for his money, but apparently she says that that's all over with now. Okay. So now, is that true? Is it really over between Stevie J and Jocelyn, you know, sexually? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Mimi says that she's really done with Stevie J. You know, now that's going to take some strength for her right there. But I don't know, man. I mean, I really believe that Stevie J needs to watch the show and see how he's acting on here. Because right now, Stevie J is really looking like a nasty mother effer. I mean, damn. And I mean, look at this. Stevie J is God. Stevie J is God. OMG. What in the world? What? I mean, I don't know what to think about this. This is really blowing my mind here. So here we have it. Love and Hip Hop and the ATL. You know, this whole season, this show has given you the true insight. Well, a rather screwy insight of the lives of, you know, the artists here. I mean, just like in the last episode, you know, we heard that song, you know, they're going to try to live like warriors and they're going to keep reaching that top. But I can tell you one thing, after watching this show and seeing all of this, you know, I'm just thinking, you know, what is everyone else thinking, you know, about the hip hop community as far as business, relationship and marriage are concerned? You know, can we really find balance and, you know, have time for all of that? You know, I guess the key word is balance here. You know, having to mix them all, you know. They say you can't mix, you know, the marriages, the relationships, and the careers of hip-hop. But you know what I think? I think it just goes with the territory. Sometimes you do have to mix them. Yeah, you just have no choice in that. And try to have time to regulate all of it. And also you have to work hard on not letting things spiral out of control. Because you can't give up, because you know you have to find love and you have to have a career. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here and just let you know that I believe that there will be another season of Love and Hip Hop and the ATL. And there's also going to be a third season of the original Love and Hip Hop. I think that's going to be in Miami, you know, with Jim Jones and Chrissy and all of them. And speaking of Jim Jones and Chrissy, there is another reality show coming from the Love and Hip Hop, you know, series. It's called Chrissy and Mr. Jones, and that's going to be centered around, you know, Chrissy and Jim Jones. Yeah, Jim Jones, you know, from the original Love and Hip Hop, you know, series. That's right. Now they got their own show. But as for this show right here, you know, I'm just wondering, not just America, but the whole world is watching, you know, this show and all the other shows based on this one, and they're thinking, you know, is this what the hip-hop community is all about? You know, so much drama, and more drama. And you know how much I love drama, right? You know, and that's just something that's going to keep me watching and keep me interested in this whole thing. So we're going to go ahead on, stay tuned, keep an eye out for this, and we're going to see what comes next for all of these fine ladies right here. And we're also going to see what the guys are going to do, you know, as like Stevie J, Kurt, Benzino, and Lil Scrappy. Because it looks to me like it's not even an ending, it's only the beginning, people.
Peace out till the next episode.